What if everything you think you know about space is wrong, or at least incomplete? Right now, the universe is expanding. Not just galaxies moving away from each other, but space itself stretching, carrying galaxies, stars, and planets along for the ride. But here's the kicker: expanding into what? What is on the other side of the universe? It's a question that makes physicists break into nervous laughter, and it should make you stop scrolling and think, because the answer might be stranger than anything in science fiction. Humor creeps in naturally. Imagine the universe as an anxious balloon, inflating faster than it knows what to do, looking around and realizing it has no idea where it's going, and we're all just clinging to the surface trying not to float off. Cosmologists have been puzzling over this for decades. The Big Bang wasn't an explosion into empty space. It was an expansion of space itself, and that expansion has continued ever since. Every measurement we make suggests it's not slowing down. If anything, it's accelerating. Dark energy, the mysterious force driving this acceleration, is invisible, pervasive, and entirely baffling. Humor enters here because humanity, with all its brilliant telescopes and calculations, is basically trying to measure a phenomenon that could be more absurd than any sitcom ever written. The universe is growing faster than we can comprehend, and we're taking notes with clipboards. Now think about what expanding into really means. It's tempting to picture the universe as a bubble inflating inside some pre-existing void. That's actually misleading. Space itself is being created as the universe expands. There's no edge we can point to, no frontier beyond which lies nothing. Humor sneaks in because it's like trying to describe the edge of your thoughts while dreaming. You can conceptualize it, but the reality stubbornly refuses to cooperate. And yet, this very concept challenges everything we intuitively know about existence: movement, space, emptiness, and boundaries. Observations show that galaxies farther away from us are receding faster, a discovery Edwin Hubble made in the 1920s. This led to the notion of Hubble's law, which roughly says that the universe is expanding uniformly. It sounds simple, but the implications are anything but. If the universe is uniform, then no matter where you are, you're at the center of expansion. Humor naturally creeps in. Every civilization everywhere in the universe could feel like the cosmic VIP, the star of the show, unaware that the entire thing is just stretching without care for anyone's ego. It's like being told you're at the center of a party, only to realize the room is expanding faster than you can run. But if the universe is expanding into the infinite unknown, does that unknown have properties? Is it empty, or is it filled with something we can't detect? Some theories suggest there could be other universes, parallel dimensions, or multiverse landscapes lying just beyond the limits of our observable cosmos. Humor sneaks in because every time we peer through telescopes and calculate cosmic distances, we're essentially peeking at a universe-sized edge of a room that might contain entirely different furniture, and we're hoping it's friendly. Let's consider scale. The observable universe is already enormous, 93 billion light-years across, and yet it's just a fraction of the whole. Beyond that, the unknown stretches infinitely, or so we think. Imagine trying to explore that with your car, bicycle, or even warp drive. Futile. Humor naturally creeps in. Humans, with all our technology and ambition, are basically ants standing on a soccer ball that's rolling through the cosmos, trying to figure out if there's a hill or another ant colony in the infinite distance. This expansion also raises questions about the fabric of reality. Space-time itself is stretching. Light from distant galaxies is redshifted, which means the universe is not only expanding, it's stretching the wavelengths of light, changing how we perceive everything. Humor sneaks in here because it's like looking at your neighbor through a funhouse lens that keeps growing. You're trying to make sense of the shapes, colors, and distances, but the universe keeps nudging reality into absurdity. And what about the ultimate fate? If expansion continues indefinitely, galaxies will drift apart so fast that eventually, stars will no longer be visible to one another. The night sky will go dark, not because stars die, but because the universe stretches faster than their light can reach us. Humor naturally appears. Future civilizations might complain about the lack of stars, while the universe continues its cosmic stretching exercise, entirely unconcerned with aesthetics. Finally, there's the philosophical angle. The unknown the universe expands into is both terrifying and thrilling. It challenges the idea of limits, boundaries, and our place in reality. Humor creeps in because, while we obsess over borders, property lines, and frontiers on Earth, the cosmos expands into nothingness, shrugging at every human definition of beyond or outside. Our curiosity, anxiety, and determination are, in a way, comically small against the infinite stretch of what we can't see, measure, or comprehend. So let's dig deeper into what it actually means for the universe to expand into the unknown. We've already seen that space itself is stretching, carrying galaxies along like passengers on a cosmic conveyor belt. But here's the mind bender. This expansion isn't just happening locally, it's accelerating. Observations of distant supernovae in the late 1990s revealed that not only is the universe expanding, it's speeding up. Dark energy, the invisible, mysterious force that seems to push everything apart, is the culprit. And humor sneaks in because, despite all our instruments, calculations, and Nobel Prizes, we still don't have a clue what dark energy actually is. It's like trying to measure the wind with a thermometer. You're doing your best, but the universe is laughing at your methodology. Dark energy may account for nearly 70% of the total energy content of the universe, which is astonishing. To put that in perspective, the ordinary matter that makes up planets, stars, and humans is only about 5%. The rest is dark matter, another mysterious component, and dark energy dominates the rest. Humor creeps in because humans fret over things like cholesterol, credit scores, and lost keys, while the universe is basically running a game of cosmic monopoly with invisible forces we can't even name properly. Every scientific model we construct is a brave attempt to explain what could just be the universe shrugging in incomprehensible style. Now, when we talk about expansion, we have to address a common misconception. The universe isn't expanding into empty space in the way a balloon inflates into a room. Space itself is being created as the universe grows. That means there is no edge, no frontier in the conventional sense. Humor naturally arises. Imagining a literal edge of the universe is like imagining a beach at the edge of a desert that stretches infinitely. Every time you think you've reached the boundary, the universe hands you a new shovel. Our minds crave boundaries, edges, and frontiers, yet the cosmos keeps rolling, stretching, and laughing at our need for limits. And yet, the question remains, what is the infinite unknown the universe expands into? Some theorists speculate about a multiverse, a landscape of countless other universes, each with different laws of physics, constants, and structures. This could explain the fine-tuning problem, why our universe has the exact conditions necessary for life. Perhaps we are just one bubble in a cosmic foam, perfectly suited to exist by chance or by design. Humor sneaks in because every attempt to peek at neighboring universes is like a toddler trying to peek at a neighbor's backyard over an impossibly tall fence. They can't reach, but they're persistent and hopeful. The idea of a multiverse also introduces mind-bending implications for causality and identity. If countless universes exist simultaneously, with slight variations in each, then infinite versions of us might exist, making every choice, mistake, and triumph both trivial and endlessly duplicated. Humor appears naturally. One version of you is doing laundry, another is missing a bus, and a third is inventing a faster-than-light spaceship, all at the same time, and the universe doesn't care which one you are. From this perspective, our dramas are simultaneously monumental and completely irrelevant, a cosmic punchline played across infinite stages. Let's zoom back to our accelerating universe. If expansion continues unchecked, the ultimate fate is chilling and fascinating. Galaxies beyond a certain distance will recede faster than light can reach them. In other words, entire swaths of the cosmos will become forever invisible to us. Future astronomers may look up at a sky devoid of galaxies and think we live in a lonely, empty universe, not realizing that countless cosmic structures are still out there, just beyond the horizon. Humor naturally creeps in. Imagine a distant civilization complaining about the boring night sky while a vast, bustling universe exists, entirely hidden from view. The endgame of expansion leads to a scenario called the Big Freeze. As galaxies drift apart, star formation dwindles, black holes eventually evaporate, and the universe approaches thermodynamic equilibrium, a state of near total uniformity. No energy gradients, no movement, no change. Humor sneaks in again because all our frantic life or death struggles, inventions, and philosophical debates are like soap bubbles floating against a backdrop of eternal frost. The cosmos keeps expanding, and we keep making to-do lists and checking clocks, unaware that the universe doesn't need them to tick. Even more intriguingly, some theories suggest expansion might not be infinite in the way we imagine. Cosmologists entertain scenarios like the Big Rip, where dark energy's strength increases to the point that it tears apart galaxies, stars, planets, and eventually atoms themselves. Humor creeps in because, in this cosmic comedy, your stress over misplacing your keys is hilarious compared to the universe shredding itself atom by atom. Meanwhile, we would be completely powerless, staring at the ultimate chaos while wondering if we left the stove on. Philosophically, the idea of expanding into the infinite unknown forces us to reconsider our place in reality. Human life is finite, our civilization's fleeting, yet we are part of a universe that might never end, stretching forever in every direction. Humor appears because, despite our tiny role, we obsess over importance, legacy, and making sense of it all. The universe might expand forever, entirely unconcerned with our definitions of significance, timelines, or goals, and we are left to create our own narrative humorously and stubbornly. Scale is another mind-bender. The observable universe is already vast beyond comprehension, yet it might be only a tiny patch of the whole. Beyond our observational horizon, galaxies continue, structures grow, and physical laws might vary, producing unimaginable phenomena. Humor sneaks in because every human model, equation, and simulation is like a dog trying to catalog the forest by sniffing a single tree. We're earnest, determined, and adorably overconfident in the face of infinity. Finally, this expansion into the unknown challenges the human imagination. Our species craves edges, frontiers, and finality, yet the universe defies our intuitions, stretching into a realm where no human has ever set foot and perhaps never will. Humor naturally arises from our stubbornness. We make maps, launch telescopes, and write theories, all while the universe continues its own agenda, indifferent, mysterious, and endlessly larger than we can truly grasp. It's as if we're planning a picnic on a leaf floating down an endless river, worrying about where to sit while the river itself laughs silently at our choices. As the universe continues to expand into what we call the infinite unknown, it forces us to confront questions that are as terrifying as they are exhilarating. First, there's the simple fact that the universe has no edge in the way we think about edges. Space itself stretches, and with every tick of the cosmic clock, galaxies drift farther apart, creating a horizon beyond which nothing we know can ever reach us. Humor sneaks in because it's like imagining your neighborhood slowly stretching into oblivion while you worry about whether the mail arrived on time. The universe is not cruel, it's indifferent, and in that indifference, it has a strange, comedic elegance. This expansion also means the universe is effectively aging in a way that's hard for humans to grasp. The more space stretches, the less interactive matter becomes. Galaxies move beyond each other's gravitational influence, stars exhaust their fuel, and black holes slowly evaporate. One day, billions or trillions of years from now, the universe will become an eerily uniform, cold, dark place. Humor naturally creeps in when you think that all the spectacular supernovae, cosmic collisions, and brilliant nebulae we admire will eventually be nothing more than faint, distant memories in a cosmos that has grown unimaginably large and silent. Our current drama is minor slapstick in a theater of infinite stretching. Yet there's a deeper layer of mystery. If the universe is expanding into something, what is that something? Could it be empty space, a higher dimension, or even a kind of cosmic medium we cannot perceive? Some physicists suggest the universe could be part of a multiverse, where countless bubble universes exist side by side, each with its own laws, constants, and histories. Humor creeps in naturally because our telescopes, no matter how advanced, are like magnifying glasses trying to peek into a neighboring cell of an organism we barely comprehend. All the time we spend analyzing light years of data might be equivalent to watching ants squabble over crumbs while the picnic blanket they're on drifts into the void. The expansion also challenges our understanding of time and causality. The further galaxies recede, the more redshifted their light becomes, until it disappears beyond detection. In a universe dominated by dark energy, entire regions could become permanently invisible to one another. Humor sneaks in because civilizations in the distant future might look up at the sky and see only darkness, lamenting the empty heavens, oblivious to the thousands of galaxies that are still out there beyond their perception. We humans like to think that discovery and observation are empowering, but in an expanding universe, perception is a fleeting local privilege, not a guarantee. Scale, as always, is mind-boggling. The observable universe is already 93 billion light-years across, yet it may be just a tiny patch of something much, much larger. The unknown could be infinitely vast, teeming with structures, laws, and entities we cannot even imagine. Humor enters because all our attempts at comprehension, from writing equations to simulating cosmic evolution on supercomputers, might be like a toddler trying to understand the ocean with a teaspoon. And yet, this is exactly what makes human curiosity both ridiculous and beautiful. Then there's the ultimate fate scenarios. Scientists imagine several possibilities for an endlessly expanding universe. The Big Freeze, where stars burn out and entropy flattens everything. The Big Rip, where dark energy tears galaxies, stars, and even atoms apart, and more speculative ideas like cyclic or bouncing universes. Humor creeps in because no matter how catastrophic or elegant these endings might be, our species will probably still bicker over trivial things, worry about taxes, and argue about which streaming service has the best content while the universe continues its cosmic marathon. Philosophically, the infinite unknown is humbling. We often define ourselves by boundaries, planet, solar system, galaxy, even the observable universe. But what if those boundaries are meaningless? The universe doesn't have to stop expanding for us to feel small. Humor is our natural coping mechanism. While the cosmos stretches in all directions beyond comprehension, we obsess over commute times, Wi-Fi signals, and coffee preferences. It's absurd, and we are absurd, but that absurdity is part of what makes life delightful. Even more intriguing is the thought that expansion itself may carry information. The stretching of space affects cosmic background radiation, alters gravitational interactions, and influences quantum phenomena in ways we barely understand. Could the infinite unknown contain new physics, new laws, or even new universes yet to emerge? Humor creeps in naturally because humanity's most sophisticated theories might just be a draft, a footnote in a story that the universe writes on its own terms. Our pride in discovery is like a kid showing a crayon drawing to a passing elephant. The effort is earnest, but the scale is almost laughably mismatched. The psychological impact is equally profound. Humans perceive space, time, and causality locally. Our brains evolved for survival, not for understanding cosmic infinity. Yet we attempt to model, predict, and interpret what is effectively beyond the reach of comprehension. Humor sneaks in because every time we say we understand the universe, it's like a cat claiming mastery of quantum physics while chasing a laser pointer. The truth is humbling, exhilarating, and absurdly funny all at once. Finally, the expansion into the unknown invites reflection. Our lives, civilizations, and stories play out on a cosmic canvas that stretches endlessly. We are both insignificant and profoundly capable of understanding, at least a tiny fraction, of the grand mechanics of reality. Humor helps us process that. We panic, hope, experiment, and laugh, even when the universe carries on stretching, indifferent to our efforts. The infinite unknown is both terrifying and liberating. It reminds us that curiosity and imagination are not limited by scale. In the end, the universe expanding into the infinite unknown reframes our perspective. We are part of a story that continues to grow beyond our sight, influence, and comprehension. We face a cosmos that is simultaneously playful, indifferent, and majestic. Humor, curiosity, and awe are our tools for navigating this expansion, for making sense of our tiny place in an ever-stretching reality. While galaxies drift apart, stars burn, and the universe races toward the unknown, we continue to observe, laugh, and wonder, creating meaning in a vast, expanding mystery.